от того, что придавило вот этой вот плитой, которая посередине.
Russian aviation specialists are being expended as assault troops, likely to make up for huge army losses. A prominent Russian warblogger has responded with a furious denunciation of meat assault tactics and the routine lies of commanders about their successes. This is not the first time that the Russian army has made use of Air Force personnel as assault troops. It generally seems to be a way to plug gaps after heavy losses among the infantry. The author of the Fighter Bomber Telegram channel, who appears to be an ex-Russian Air Force member, is angry that the Laotian armed forces, a euphemism for Russia, are sending scarce aviation specialists, space marines, into deadly assaults. In terms of the tactics used by the combat aviation of the Workers' and Peasants' Army of Laos, nothing much has changed for our commanders, but something new, at least for me, has appeared on the ground. This is most likely due to the fact that the Space Marines were no longer perceived as military personnel used for purposes other than those for which they were intended, poorly trained and with little ability to storm forest clearings. Therefore, the Space Marines attacked, and now the aviators have experienced firsthand what it's like to go on the attack without reconnaissance, without artillery preparation, without aviation, without anything. In the fourth year of the war, nothing has changed at all in the approach and types of military leaders. Thank God. With some effort, they managed to shut up the particularly honest and overly straightforward beauty bloggers and journalists, and now they've all been brought to a certain common denominator. You can't bullshit, but just try telling the truth. They'll immediately sign you up as an enemy. They will sign up beauty bloggers like you. So today, the average temperature of the most honest, popular, and truthful beauty bloggers is roughly equal to the temperature of the Lao Ministry of Defense's propaganda. So there you have it. The commanders and bosses are still the same ones who were in charge in February 2022. There are no others, and there never will be. Practically all the idiots are now teaching how to fight. They teach Sun Tzu. They pass on their commanding talents to the young generation of military leaders, the same as them, selected in their own image and likeness. Well, either that, or they command somewhere in less important areas and positions. The rest are divided into those who have nothing to lose, who spit and foam at the mouth, who are immune, who no longer want to grow, and who work not for speed or for the sake of appearances, but for results, according to all the rules of military science. And those who understand that if you have a lot of losses, it can be presented as an accomplishment. This means that you are working, unlike neighboring commanders who have fewer losses. If you reinforce this with evening reports about the capture of another Kindrativka and screw it up in the morning, then this is already a reason to be promoted to a higher position and write a recommendation for a state award. The main thing is to report correctly. Report that you took a fucking useless farm as if you took the capital. Report a square kilometer of useless territory as a strategic breakthrough. Fuck your Telegram channel with reports about the front has collapsed and the enemy is running. Add a couple of kilometers from yourself. Who's going to check? Fake a correct combat order instead of a combat directive and send as many as you need to their deaths. The main thing is to take a nice photo of the guy with the flag. Tomorrow, everyone will forget. And they'll forget what happened to the guy with the flag too. So they'll give you the nickname Man-Eater. So what? The hero's star medal won't hang itself. Therefore, personnel losses must be kept at an acceptable level. It's not a tank. It's just people. The cheapest weapon in war. Commanders won't get fucked for losing them. Dear military personnel, everyone is aware of your situation, and everything possible is being done. But I repeat, without official testimony and convincing evidence to back up your words, nothing can be done. On September 1st, a Ukrainian strike hit a UAV warehouse of Russia's 77th Separate Unmanned Systems Regiment, military unit 72,333, near Trudovsky, Donetsk region. 5 attack drones were used in the strike. The impact caused a fire among drone batteries, leading to the destruction of other equipment stored there. No casualties were reported.
Пошла, видимо, цепная реакция.
Quite a hot mic moment on CCTV in Beijing as Putin and Xi, both 72 years old. The United Kingdom is considering the possibility of transferring Nightfall tactical ballistic missiles to Ukraine after their development is completed. This was announced by Defense Secretary John Healey during a briefing, according to the Militarny correspondence report. For more than 3.5 years, we in the UK have been among the first to support Ukraine and provide it with the necessary assistance. We will always try to respond to what Ukraine thinks it needs most. But when we do so, we do not disclose the details of the technologies we provide, he said. The start of development of the Nightfall missile was announced in late August. It will have a range of more than 600 kilometers and carry about 300 kilograms of explosives, so the total weight of the warhead is likely to reach 400 to 500 kilograms. The missile will move along a quasi-ballistic trajectory, maneuvering at the terminal stage of flight. This will ensure high-hit accuracy with a circular deviation of no more than 5 meters. The navigation system must operate stably in a complex electromagnetic environment, even in the absence of a satellite signal or its substitution by electronic warfare. The developer's requirements also include a low multispectral signature of the missile, which may involve the use of stealth technologies. The launcher must accommodate at least 2 missiles and ensure safe launch in conditions of high tactical threat of the entire ammunition within 15 minutes after stopping at the firing position. After the launch, the crew should be able to leave the area within 5 minutes. The expected cost of one missile is no more than £500,000, $675,000, excluding the warhead, launcher, and development costs. If the contract is awarded, the production facility should be able to produce at least 10 missiles per month with the possibility of further scaling up. The UK Ministry of Defence plans to find technical solutions and prepare at least 5 fully operational prototypes for testing within 9 to 12 months.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Every day. We had a guy last week, it's 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.